sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are San Diego.
We welcome you to Denver, Colorado, where it is cloud covered at the moment. It is game one of a three-game series between the San Diego Padres and the Colorado Rockies. The tarp coming on the field, then coming off with some rain, but it appears we will start on time tonight from Denver. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo along with Mark Grant. Welcome to Padres Baseball. Well, the Padres take on a very good Rockies team right now. They're just a half game back of the Diamondbacks in the National League West, and Buddy Black's got him playing good baseball here in Denver.
You know, this is a good test for the Rockies this late in the season, and a good test for the young Padres to play against a team that's trying to win down the stretch. When you talk about this Rocky team, how hot have they been since July 1st? Well, everybody knows about the offense, right? Guys, they hit home run, they hit for average, but look at this record since July 1st, 27-14. It all boils down to lowest ERA for the starters at home. Would you believe they're the second best in Major League Baseball with 2.52 starters at home, along with the offense and holding the opposition at home here at Coors Field where the balls fly? This is what Buddy Black and the coaching staff really love. They're going to score runs. It's all about holding the opposition to fewer runs, and their starters have been doing just that.
Well, tonight for the Padres, Robbie Erlin will be on the mound. He spent the bulk of the year in the bullpen, but now making some starts.
I think Robbie Erlin is hearing that knock of opportunity on the door, and he's taken full hold of it. And I think Robbie Erlin down the stretch wants to be a starter. I think it's in the bodes well for the Padres as well that he's in the rotation. So taking advantage, the last three starts, he snapped it off the curveball against a good team, the Chicago Cubs. We saw him go up the ladder. He throws all four pitches. He throws the fastball, he'll throw the slider. The curveball's a really good pitch. But the one thing about Robbie, Don, he's got to locate the fastball to all quadrants of the strike zone. Strong on the glove side, into righties, but he can go up and away for the chase. I really like what I see in Robbie Erlin. He's got a lot of guts out on that hill.
We will continue to talk about Robbie Erlin. Makes his case to stay in the rotation. We'll hear from Andy Green as Bob Scanlon joins us next from Coors Field in Denver. Company. By Cadillac. Visit your San Diego Cadillac dealers today. By Kona Brewing Company. Enjoy a Big Wave Golden Ale or Longboard Lager today. And by Honda. Great deals are waiting for you at your local Honda dealer. Padres and Rockies, game one of a three-game series from Coors Field. Before we get it started, let's send it down to Bob Scanlon.
Thank you, Don. Robbie Erlin making his sixth start of the season for the Padres. His last three have been absolutely outstanding. And with a lot of young arms taking over this rotation and more probably to come during spring training, how important is it for Robbie to have a strong finish to the season as a starter? Well, Andy Green gives us some insight.
He's been great in the bullpen all season long. These three starts he's given us have kind of given us a glimpse into what he could be going into next year. And that becomes a guy that's got some time in the big leagues stabilizing a bunch of young guys that are probably going to be entering the rotation. So we're pleased to see what he's doing, and the opportunity sits out in front of him the rest of the year to continue to show it.
Kudos to Robbie for taking advantage of the opportunity he was giving in the bullpen, and he's getting it done in the starting rotation as well. 2 earned runs or less in his last 3 outings. And as Andy said, look, regardless of what happens coming out of spring training next year, there's going to be a lot of young arms. Robbie can be a stabilizing force, either in that rotation or helping out in the bullpen. To be a swingman can be hugely valuable to this staff. Well, the Padres will try to cool off the red-hot Rockies today. Robbie Erlin going for the Padres against Tyler Anderson. The Rockies have won 8 out of the last 9 in the last 4 in a row. The Padres will try to shut them down and get themselves on a winning streak. Padres, Rockies coming up next right here on Fox Sports San Diego.
Have a night, Villanueva. Now one thrown behind him, and now we're going to fight at Coors Field. Solo shot for Manuel Margot. Coming is Renfroe. Diving is Renfroe. Home run for Eric Hosmer. It has been an eventful season series so far between the Padres and the Rockies, who welcome you to cloud-covered Coors Field in Denver, Colorado. As we check out the weather report, and it is 60 degrees, northwest breeze at 5 miles per hour. Forecast 50% chance of rain at some point tonight, which could happen. And of course, weather report always brought to you by your sunny San Diego Honda dealers. Don Orsillo, Mark Grant, and Bob Scanlon with you, as the rain did come through here late this afternoon, canceling batting practice for both teams. So teams taking BP underneath and ready to go tonight for game one of this 3-game series. We check out Andy Green's starting lineup. The Padres lineup brought to you by your San Diego County Toyota dealers. Freddie Galvis leading it off for the first time this year at shortstop with Will Myers at third base, Eric Hosmer at first base. Hunter Renfroe is in left field. Christian Villanueva at second base with Austin Hedges doing the catching. Franmil Reyes in right. Manuel Margot bats out of the 8 spot, plays in center field. And Robbie Erlin, the pitcher for the Padres, bats 9th. Tonight the Padres dealing with Tyler Anderson.
28-year-old making his 26th start, and there you see his arsenal, really heavy on the fastball. Occasionally he will two-seam it. He'll also throw a cut fastball as well. Last time out he was really heavy. 28 times he threw that four-seamer, and he cut it 25 times. Herky-jerky delivery for Tyler Anderson. And the Rockies defense is brought to you by the San Diego Cadillac dealers. Gold glove right there at second base. DJ LeMahieu, 990 fielding precision. She's second in the National League at second base. Ian Desmond at first. Nolan Arenado at third base. Trevor Story at shortstop. He's having a good year. In the outfield, left to right, Dahl, Blackman, and Gonzalez. Behind the plate, Chris Iannetta. He'll be putting down the signs tonight for Tyler Anderson.
Well, Freddie Galvis leading it off tonight for the Padres. A little different look for the Padres. And Freddie Galvis been hitting well lately, and a chance for him to lead off here tonight in game 1.
You know, I've always felt that Freddie Galvis, if I'm in a hunch, or in a pinch I should say, to where I need to pick somebody for pick the stick and he's not taken, I always like to go with Freddie. He's like my default guy because I feel good with him coming up to the plate and the at-bats he gives.
Let's take a look at the keys to the game brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Well, with Andy Green and the Padres here at Coors Field, oust Anderson early. The last 6 out of 7, high ERA for Anderson. Hopefully they can get to him. And Roland Robbie, we talked about his last 3 starts. A very good record, a really good ERA. 2 out of the last 3 times out there as a starter teams in the pennant race in their division, Cubs and Brewers. So it'll be a good test for Robbie Erlin. A couple of left-handers going tonight here, the Mile High City.
Now the Rockies' lone defeat over the last 10 days came in Tyler Anderson's last start. Lost to the Astros on Wednesday, allowing a career-high 9 runs in 4 1/3 innings.
So this is breaking ground right here for everyday Freddie.
Yes, it is.
Leadoff spot. First time this year.
Now Freddie standing in on the right side to get it started tonight from Denver. Tyler Anderson ready to work, and the first pitch of the ball game is in there for strike 1, and we're underway. Galvis coming in, hitting at .235 on the year. 10 homers and 52 runs batted in. Four-game sweep over the weekend for the Rockies in Atlanta. They've now won 8 of their last 9 games. And 30 of their last 44, dating back to June the 28th. Best record in the National League during that time. But a Blacks team playing very good baseball at the right time. Liner down the right field line, and that's going to get into the right field corner for Freddie Galvis. He's headed for second base. Has himself a leadoff double here in the first inning. He got down 0-2 before that double down to the right field corner.
A lot of real estate out there in the gaps down the lines because of the way the outfield's so much room out there. The outfielders play back a little bit, and I don't care what type of shift you're playing right there against Freddie Galvis. That is going to be a double any day of the week. A great way to lead this one off in game 1.
Galvis at second base to get it started. Brings up Will Myers, who loves hitting here at Coors Field. It's the cycle game here for Will. And a swing and a miss for strike 1. The fastball by-in. Myers at .264 to start the night. 9 homers and 30 runs batted in. Rockies have lost 6 of Anderson's last 7 starts. Individually 0-2 with a 5.67 earned run average during that span. His last victory came back on July 4th. He's faced the Padres already this year. Allowed 2 runs in 6 innings against the Padres. Back on April 10th, that was here in Denver. Padres were here twice in April, remarkably, and now back for the first time since.
Well, first inning has been a somewhat of a kryptonite for these Colorado Rockies starters. Their first inning ERA, 7.6.
That's tough. Tough way to start.
Yeah, Anderson's first inning ERA, 9.72. And they're off to a good start here with a runner in scoring position.
Myers lines one to second, and that's out number one. Nothing else DJ LeMahieu could do with it. As he makes the catch on the sinking liner, Myers retired for the first out.
And the beat goes on for these Rockies in the first inning. You know when the last time they had a 1-2-3 first inning? Like right now, like to start a ball game? August 5th.
Wow.
That's
a tough way to operate.
It's unbelievable if you think about it, right?
Now one down, runner at second. It brings up Eric Hosmer.
That's baseball, though.
That's what Buddy would tell you.
Yeah.
Now Hosmer, another guy who enjoys hitting here. Hasn't done it as much as Myers, but so far the results very good. Time called. Anderson taking a long time. Eric Hosmer coming in, riding an 8-game hitting streak. Overall, 259, 12 homers, and 52 runs batted in. During the 8-gamer, hitting at 367, a couple home runs and 6 RBIs. Fly ball, center field. Blackman going back, still going, turns around, and it is gone. 2-run home run for Eric Hosmer. The fast start tonight for the Padres. They jump on top 2-0. Eric Hosmer with his 13th home run of the year extends the hitting streak now to 9 games. Let's take a look at our Arco top tier play.
Right down the middle, Eric Hosmer gets extended. We got launch angle, folks. And Donnie, how disappointed that he went into the tunnel, not into the forest?
Oh, I wanted the woods bad, but it was just a little bit to the left of the wood.
That's tunnel, not forest.
Yeah.
That still counts, though.
Now Hunter Renfroe.
You know, I was just about to say, this is why the Padres need to pile on right here against Anderson, because we talked about his first inning ERA in the starters. From the second to the 5th inning ERA for the Rockies, top in baseball. Top 3 in baseball. So you got to get to him here.
Broken back grounder to third. Renato throws out. Renfroe at first base, 2 down here in the first inning. Eric Hosmer with a 2-run shot. And again, the Rockies give up first inning runs, and for Tyler Anderson, more trouble in the first inning.
Yeah, and it's protocol. Anytime you hit a home run, you go back to the dugout, you wet the whistle, you go right to the cooler, and you get a drink. Way to swing it.
There's Christian Villanueva with 2 down, bases empty here in the first inning. Villanueva hitting at 236 coming in. 20 home runs on the year for Villanueva. He's 4 for 11 in his career against Tyler Anderson, and that includes a home run as swings at that pitch down and in.
We say it every time we come here that these hitters, they can't get froggy out there and start to that front shoulder kind of launch. It'll happen. You hit it squarely, the extra base hitters are going to come and the home runs are going to come.
Christian out ahead of this.
Matt Stairs talks about hitters hitting through the baseball, level swing, and using the big pie, right? The big part. We hear Mark Sweeney talk about the big part of the field, right center to left center. If you're a little late, yeah, you can go that way for damage, and if you're out in front a little bit, you can pull on the pull side, do some damage as well.
Now Charlie Blackman out there manning center field for the Rockies. Covers a lot of ground, left center, right center, and he's got to here in this vast outfield. And they're talking about 415 to straightaway center field. 2-2. And it is lined into left field. A base hit for Villanueva. So Villanueva aboard with 2 down in the inning. 3rd Padres hit of this first inning.
Another big factor here in Colorado is that after 2 outs, you can't just pack up, stakes and kind of go easy. 2 out. I mean, we've seen some unbelievable 2-out rallies here by teams. That's a good way to start it right there after the ground ball, a base knock for Villanueva.
So 2 down, Villanueva at first, and brings up Austin Hedges. 243, 9 homers, and 26 runs batted in. Hedges batting out of the 6th spot tonight for the Padres. 2 runs already in on the 2-run home run by Eric Hosmer. That's in there for strike 1. 92 on the fastball, picks up that outside corner. This is the first time the Padres and Rockies have met since May 15th.
We played them like every day in April, didn't we?
Well, 12 of the first 43 games of the year were between these two teams. Fly ball to left, playable for David Dahl, the left fielder. And he'll make the catch and ends the inning. 2-run shot in the inning for Eric Hosmer, his 13th home run of the year. Now extends the hitting streak to 9 straight games with his 2-run shot. Gives the Padres a 2-0 lead. Off to the fast start tonight on top 2-0, and the Rockies are coming up here in the bottom of the first inning. Let's check out Bud Black starting 9. Charlie Blackmon will lead it off in center field. DJ LeMahieu at second base. Nolan Arenado at third base with Trevor Story at shortstop. Carlos Gonzalez in right field. Ian Desmond at first base. David Dahl in left. Chris Iannetta does the catching, batting 8th, and Tyler Anderson, the pitcher, out of the 9 spot. Robbie Erlin on the mound tonight for the Padres.
27-year-old making his 6th start, and he's got good numbers against the Rockies in the short time that he has faced this Rockies team. 5 appearances, 5 1/3 scoreless innings for the left-hander.
Blackmon at 273 coming in. 22 homers, 53 runs batted in. The reigning batting champion.
Yeah, how about that, Don? You get a start here, and we say it every time, but batting champion in Blackmon and LeMahieu. And then you got Arenado batting third.
Rip foul outside of first base. And it's a ball and a strike here to Charlie Blackmon.
Robbie, though, the ERA here at Coors Field for his career, not good, 7.8, but with the way he's been throwing, you can bring that down.
Sixth start of the year for Erlin. 33rd overall appearance. Record of 2-3 coming in, a 3.33 earned run average. Swings and misses, gets away. Hedges got to throw down to first, and he does. So the strikeout and the throw out from 2 to 3.
Well, what does Robbie Erlin have in his toolbox? These pitches, what you see here is brought to you by GMC. 59% on the fastball. He's got the curveball, changeup, and he'll mix in a slider as well. Focus on the changeup tonight, folks. Got this Rockies team. They're 5th in the National League. 254. They're 4th in home runs. Fastball counts. I think the changeup will come into play quite nicely for Robbie.
One down here in the first inning, and DJ LeMahieu, the batter. LeMahieu at second base. Been on the DL a few times this year. Healthy now, though. 275, 11 homers, and 40 runs batted in. Talk about batting titles. He won one the year before last. On the ground by the mound, up the middle, into center field, and a base hit for LeMahieu. One out single for the Rockies' second baseman. Their first base runner of the night to reach.
Padres defense is brought to you by the San Diego County Ford dealers. Christian Villanueva at second base, his second career start. Eric Hosmer at first base, the other side of the infield. Galvis at short, Myers at third. Behind the plate, putting down the signs, Austin Hedges. In the outfield tonight at Coors, Hunter Renfroe in left, Manuel Margot in center, and Franmil Reyes will be in right.
1 out, 1 on for Nolan Arenado. He's got great numbers against Robbie Erlin coming in. He is 5 for 10 with a home run. Fouls it off to the right out of play. Right now leads Major League Baseball in average against lefties, coming in hit at 404 against lefties.
Ouch.
309 overall this year. 30 home runs, 86 runs batted in.
You know, he can be pitched to. That's evident. He will chase at times. You get 2 strikes on him quickly. See if Robbie has a feel for the curveball, too. We talked about that here in Denver where it's dry. It's kind of moist tonight, kind of damp, though, isn't it, because of the rain?
Yeah.
So I think Robbie should have a good feel for the baseball, especially on that curveball, to get it down in the zone. Have to keep an eye on that one as well.
Fouled off to the right out of play. Robbie Erlin allowed 2 runs in 6 innings against the Angels in his last start, getting a no decision. Eventual loss 3-2 to the Angels. Erlin 1-0 with 2.81 earned run average in 3 starts since rejoining the Padres rotation after Tyson Ross went to the Cardinals and Jordan Lyles went to the Brewers. Both claimed off waivers. Gave Erlin the opportunity to get back in the rotation again. So he's made 5 relief outings against the Rockies this year. 5 1/3 scoreless innings. So he's done fairly well from the pen against the Rockies. 1 out, 1 on. 2-2 coming to Arenado. That's not close. Up and away.
Yeah, up will get him, but way up, he's got the discipline to lay off. See if he tries to concentrate, make the adjustment, something down in the zone. He puts it in play. Get that grounder for a double play. See if Bud Black puts the runner in motion here with the lefty on the mound. Very short lead.
Cracks it foul down the right field line, out of play.
He's got to get down. See that pitch there? Pitches up. That's something that Arenado can rifle to the right field. I'd throw over to first right here just for the heck of it.
Ground ball towards third base. Myers has it, eat him up, and everybody's going to be safe. And a chance there for a double play. And Myers, for the first time down there at third base, did not look good on a ground ball.
Yeah, ball he definitely should have had, and I think the ball played him. He let the ball play him, and let's take a look. I think he should have charged us and get it on the big hop. Yeah, I think that ball hit where it did. Plenty of time to either get it on the fly or the short hop, which is one of the easiest hops. Looking at that, I think that's got to be an error. He did back up on it. We'll have to wait and see, but my initial reaction is I think that's got to be an E5.
First and second now with 1 down instead of Erlin being out of the inning. And it is indeed an error. Here's Trevor Story. 26 home runs on the year for the shortstop. Grounded back to Erlin. He can start a double play. The second for 1, on to first for 2. Double play. Nicely done. Robbie Erlin starts it and finishes it nicely. And it ends the first inning with the Padres on top 2-0 after 1. Second inning back here in the Forest at Coors Field, where the Padres have a 2-0 advantage.
You love the Forest.
I love the Forest. That is, to me, the greatest setting that they have at the ballpark.
Beautiful.
Just the neatest feature.
It really is.
I brought Colorado to the park, you know?
That's right.
Yeah. Bottom third of the Padres order to bat here in the second inning. There's Franmil Reyes jumping on that first pitch and fouling it off to the right. Reyes, Margot, and Erlin scheduled to bat in the second inning. 222, 9 homers, 13 runs batted in for Franmil. Tyler Anderson giving up the 2-run home run in the first. Another foul fly giving chase Desmond, but it's well back into the seats. Reyes getting the start in right field tonight for the Padres. Travis Jankowski on the bench tonight to begin the game. Bloop to right, and that'll fall in for a base hit. Well, kind of jammed him, and he flips it out to right field. Reyes has a single to begin things here in the second inning.
Coors Field special.
Fourth Padres hit of the night.
Got to play deep, right? Especially respect the potential power of Reyes. Well, he gets jammed big time. That is in the kitchen. And with the way that Gonzalez is playing it right, no chance. Big league knock.
Lead runner on for the second straight inning tonight for San Diego. And it brings up Manuel Margot. And he batting out of the 8th spot tonight. And taking strike one. 245 average coming in for Margot. 6 homers and 41 runs batted in. 293 on base percentage for Manuel. Padres already on top 2-0, batting here in the second inning. Time call. Pitcher Robbie Erlin waiting on deck here for the Padres. Margot will line one into center field for a base hit. And Reyes takes second base. Back-to-back hits open up the second inning for San Diego. That's 5 hits in an inning plus so far off Tyler Anderson.
Fighting some pitches off. Reyes gets fisted and goes the other way. Manuel Margot gets his hands in. Watch how Anderson tries to go inside, and Manuel does his best to get those hands in. A ball hit a little bit more sharply than Franmil's station-to-station baseball. See if the Padres can come up with the big hit here, the extra base hit.
They're coming into the corners. Are the Rockies defensively anticipating a bunt from the Padres pitcher Robbie Erlin here?
This is what I love here in Colorado. You can pull back and try to swing here.
Drop down very nicely by Erlin. Desmond will go to first, and the sacrifice is complete. 1-4 with LeMahieu covering, or rather 3-4 with LeMahieu covering at first base. Sacrifice complete as Reyes takes third, Margot takes second.
Got it done quickly. Good form by Robbie Erlin up in front of the box, deadens that ball perfectly, and with base runners, especially the lead base runner, as soon as that ball is down, go. Force play, so you really got to hurry on that one. And Robbie Erlin does a nice job. Chalk up, I should say. It's the elevation. Chalk up another sacrifice for Robbie Erlin.
Second and third, one down, and Freddie Galvis the batter. Second time through the order now for Anderson. Liner to center, Blackman coming in. He will make the catch. Tagging at third is Reyes. Throw goes to third, and the Padres take a 3-0 lead. Sacrifice fly for Freddie Galvis. Picks up an RBI, his 53rd of the year. And the Padres pick up a run on top 3-0.
Swinging early in the count. High fives all the way around for Freddie. Already having himself a day. Second inning, second at bat. Scored a run, drove one in. It's all good.
2 down, Margot at second base, and it brings up Will Myers. Myers lined out to second base in the first inning, 0 for 1. The Padres have split so far with the Rockies here at Coors Field. They're 3-3 on the year. Sounded like a broken bat. One hopper to short. Story will go to first for the out that ends the top of the second inning. Padres get another run on a sac fly. 3-0 San Diego.
Something to keep in mind, in his first outing he went 5 innings. He felt a little fatigued in that last inning. His second outing, 5 solid innings. His last outing he went 6, and in coming out of it he said, you know what, I'm feeling stronger and stronger each time out. He's getting comfortable being in this routine, being in the rotation, and it's not only affecting his endurance in the game, but it's also allowing him to get more work in his bullpens in between starts. So it is prime time for Robbie Erlin. He's off to a good start. Mud, Don, let's see if he can keep it going.
All right, Scan, thanks very much. This one off the bat of Carlos Gonzalez down the left field line will go foul.
Well, maybe when Robbie takes the mound for his next start at home, it should be Chicago's feeling stronger every day. It's a classic. Maybe Robbie Erlin's going to be that classic starter that the Padres need. I like his stuff. I like his fastball when he locates it. He spins the curveball well. He mixes in a slider. I think that changeup, though, is a big pitch for this left-hander.
Sounds like he's getting into the routine, though, of doing this starting on a regular basis.
Yep.
Tonight marks his 6th start of the year. He's made 3 this time around in the rotation. Overall, his 33rd appearance. 27 out of the pen. Carlos Gonzalez waiting on an 0-2 pitch. There's Gonzalez, Desmond, and Dahl. 5, 6, and 7 featured in the inning. Cargo coming in, 288, 14 homers, 52 runs batted in. And a fly ball, shallow left. Incoming is Hunter Renfroe. He'll make the catch for out number 1 at the bottom of the second inning. Time now for the tools of the trade, brought to you by Ram Trucks.
Why not continue talking about Robbie Erlin? He's got the fastball, 2 strikes, he can go up the ladder. The curveball, he can drop down in the zone. He also has that changeup as well, that we talked about, in a fast ball count. He will mix in a slider as well. It's a shorter breaking ball. He can show it earlier in the count. Also, if he keeps that slider down, he can work a ground ball as well. So, tools of the trade, yeah, the repertoire of left-hander Robbie Erlin.
One down here for Ian Desmond. Desmond getting the start at first base tonight. 233, 19 homers, 67 runs batted in. That's 7 RBIs in his last 2 starts, starting Friday and Saturday in Atlanta. Takes it to right field, sending Reyes back almost to the track as he makes the catch in front of it for out number 2. Struck well on the opposite way, but he's out number 2.
Good test for these Padres, don't you think, Don?
Sure.
We mentioned in our game open, but this is a team that's playing for something now. You know, they've won a wild card, they've been to a World Series, but fighting for that division. And it's a tight one, and this is a good test for the Padres coming into Colorado.
Half game back of the Arizona Diamondbacks to begin the night. National League West. They won 4 straight coming in, all 4 of those games against a good Atlanta Braves team. It's a grounder softly to Villanueva at second base. Robbie Erlin enjoys a 1-2-3 second inning. Padres enjoy a 3-0 lead. Ready for the top of the 3rd inning. Time now for our Rocket Mortgage breakdown. Eric Hosmer in his 9-game hitting streak, 12 hits, 387 batting average, 3 home runs, 8 RBIs, OPS over 1,000, and he has a 2-run home run in this game back in the 1st inning, 13th home run of the year. Hosmer, Renfroe, and Villanueva featured in the inning. Strike 1 from Tyler Anderson. Anderson, 28 years old, from Las Vegas, Nevada. Ahead 0-2. Made his first opening day roster last year. Made his major league debut in 2016. Strike 3 call. Hosmer didn't like it. He looked back and saw where Iannetta was set up. First strikeout for Tyler Anderson, 1 down.
Yeah, I must say it looks like a pretty good pitch. You know, Iannetta takes that ball out of the zone, but where that ball crosses home plate, I mean, he takes that out of the zone big time.
He just looks back there and sees Iannetta kind of on the move there.
Sure, absolutely. But that's a great shot right there, because that ball actually looked like it was above the knee a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah. Hunter Renfroe takes strike 1, grounded out to 3rd base. So 0 for 1 on the night. First time in this game Padres have not had the lead runner on. Popped up. The pitcher, Anderson, will give way to Arenado. 3rd baseman, about halfway down the line. 2 down. It's time now for our Valley View Casino trivia question.
I love trivia.
Name the 2 players who are tied for the most career home runs by a Padre at Coors Field. Tweet us your answers by the end of the inning using hashtag Valley View Trivia.
You had a couple good guesses when we were going over this before the game.
What did I say? I forget now. I mean, Adrian Gonzalez is one.
That was one.
Maybe Ken Caminetti.
And then Caminetti. I'm going to go. Those are really good guesses.
Fly ball left field off the bat of Villanueva. Back is Dahl onto the edge of the track to make the catch in left field. It's a 1-2-3 third inning. It's a 3-0 Padres lead.
Available at a lower price for $49.99. Watch every out-of-market regular season game. Plus, get a free subscription to MLB At Bat Premium. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv to take advantage of this special offer.
Well, the veteran catcher Chris Iannetta leads it off here as we play into the bottom of the third. Takes a look at strike one. Iannetta coming in, hitting at .218 on the year. Eight home runs for the Rockies catcher. And 28 runs driven in. His second stint here in Colorado is where he began his major league career. Back here again. '65th start as the Rockies catcher this year. Two pitch. Drops a little bit low. Full count.
He's had a nice little career, Chris Iannetta.
Yes, he has.
Into his 12th big league season as a catcher.
Swing and a miss, and he strikes out. That's the second strikeout for Robbie Erlin. Good start to the third inning.
Well, I think we just saw a changeup. That's the pitch we were talking about. Fastball count. 84. Out in front of it. Can't stay back. Big punch out for Robbie Erlin.
One down here in the third inning brings up the pitcher Tyler Anderson. Anderson 4 for 40 at the plate. Overall in his third major league season, .089 average.
Robbie's got really good command both sides of the plate right now with that fastball.
Swing and a miss, makes quick work of Anderson. Back-to-back strikeouts for Robbie Erlin. 3 in all, 2 down here in the third inning.
You know what else I like about Robbie is he gets that rock after each pitch, and he gets right up on top of that pitcher's plate, ready to go to work.
He's retired 7 in a row, and there's Charlie Blackmon, second time through the order now. Top of the Rockies order. A breakdown between last year and this year, and a liner to right field. That is going to break up a string of 7 in a row, retired by Erlin. Into the corner, Reyes having some trouble. So thinking 3 now as Blackmon throw goes that way, and he will be safe. Not sure what happened to Reyes. He kind of ran out of our line of sight down there in the right field corner. Appeared to have some trouble getting it out of there. And Blackmon with good speed ends up at third base.
Yeah, anytime you hit a ball in those corners or maybe even to the gaps, you have to think 3 here in Colorado. They are 3rd in the National League in the triples category. Rattle around, let's see here. Gets underneath the padding there.
Yeah, not a lot went wrong.
Yeah.
So a straight up triple for Charlie Blackmon. Second hit off of Erlin, and this will straighten up DJ LeMahieu. The pitch in. LeMahieu single to center field in the first inning.
And it's not like you can pitch around LeMahieu, right?
Back up the middle. Galvis sliding, will not have a play, and a run will score. He came up firing, and it looked like being away that may have been in his sight line. Blackmon scores, and the Rockies are on the board. DJ LeMahieu with an infield hit and an RBI.
Thought Freddie had a chance after that slide coming up. We've seen it so many times going to his left, the twirl and throw. Tough break for Robbie Erlin. Gloves cleanly.
So run in, runner at first. Here's Nolan Arenado. It's now 3-1. And just like that, the Rockies have the tying run at the plate. Arenado reaching on an error committed at third base by Will Myers. 6-game hitting streak, 9 for 26 during the 6-gamer. Fly ball struck well to right center field. Margot back towards the track to make the catch. No, can't catch it. Looked like he had it. Coming around from first is LeMahieu. He will score, and it's a 1-run game on a ball that I think Margot should have caught. At second base is Arenado. What turn of events this is.
Don, I'm right there with you. Grass. He's not even at the warning track yet. He still kind of looks like he was kind of tentative, right? He kind of pulled up a little bit with his arm. Very catchable ball. I'm right there with you. I think that ball's got to be caught, and the Rockies taking advantage of that.
Well, you can't give the Rockies opportunities. They will take advantage. Ruled a double and an RBI for Nolan Arenado. 2 runs in, both coming with 2 outs, and here is Trevor Story. Story grounded into a double play in the first inning, right back at Robbie Erlin.
You know what they say here in Denver? It's like it's raining out, right? And they say, "Oh, what's the weather going to look like?" Well, wait a half hour. You know, while here at a ball game, wait about what 3-4 minutes.
Yeah.
The score can change that quickly as well.
Bouncing in, Hedges blocks it. Painfully so. Extra time given him by Gabe Morales, home plate umpire. See what gets him. Oh yeah.
Oh, underneath the mask.
Yep.
Didn't bury his chin into the chest protector there. Wow.
Ball and a strike here to Trevor Story. 2 down, 2 runs in, and Arenado at second base. opposite field, but right towards Reyes, who's back there to make the catch for out number 3. Rockies get 2 back. We played 3, 3-2 Padres. Into the top half of the 4th inning. Time now to answer our Valley View Casino trivia question. Name the 2 players who are tied for the most career home runs by a Padre at Coors Field. And the answers are Adrian Gonzalez and Ryan Klesko, each with 14 home runs.
Good guess there, Tony.
1 out of 2.
Yeah, I forgot all about Ryan Klesko. The pick master.
That's on to the 4th inning, and leading it off is Austin Hedges. Popped out to left field in the 1st inning, 0 for 1. Getting his 2nd look at Tyler Anderson tonight. Rockies getting a couple of runs in the bottom of the 3rd inning off Robbie Erlin. Six in a row now retired by Anderson, as Erlin didn't get a lot of help from his defense last inning.
No. You know, even though that last out hit by Trevor Story in the 3rd, it was sharply hit, right? But Robbie hit his spot, A, and 2, Franmil Reyes was played perfectly in right field to snag it for the out. Robbie hitting his spots and playing defensive well positioned against Trevor Story.
Now it's Hedges, Reyes, and Margot scheduled to bat in the inning. Still 1-2. Padres got 2 in the 1st on the 2-run shot by Eric Hosmer, and a run in the 2nd on a sac fly by Freddie Galvis. 3-0. Rockies come back with 2 in their half of the 3rd inning, and now the Padres batting here in the 4th. Hedges strikes out. 2nd strikeout for Tyler Anderson. One down here in the 4th inning. He appears to have settled in here after kind of a rocky start.
It looked like Anderson goes after Hedges with the changeup. Down and away at 80 and way out in front. Good pitch.
And one down here in the 4th inning brings up Franmil Reyes.
Wow. 6 balls, 33 strikes. I'd say that's a pretty good ratio, Donnie.
As you said, it doesn't always tell the story, though.
It doesn't. I think it could be very overrated. But the key there, did you see all the strikes he's throwing? Quality strikes, very good strikes. And of course, the swing and a miss out of the strike zone is a strike as well. So he's throwing it out of the zone, taking a little bit off when needed, and it's working to his advantage. I've seen guys throw fitty-fitty and twirling a gem. Because when they really need to make that one good pitch, they get that double play ball or whatever, gets them out of an inning.
0-2. Fly ball to left center field on the move is David Dahl headed back, and that'll be over his head. And one hop the wall. Dahl gets it and gets it back in, but not before Reyes pulls it up at second base. A one-out double.
Kid's some kind of strong. I think he went out and got this one. Did he one-hand this? Let's take a look. He almost did, huh? And look at how far this ball travels. Short hops the wall. Stand-up double for Franmil Reyes.
So he's 2 for 2 on the night. Single, now a double. And at second with one away, and Manuel Margot coming up. Popped up. Back at second base, DJ LeMahieu in shallow center will give way to Blackman, the center fielder. 2 down. Reyes remains at second base with now 2 away. And that'll bring up the Padres pitcher, Robbie Erlin, for his second plate appearance of the night. Erlin with a sacrifice bunt first time up. It's his second look at Tyler Anderson. Pitch 45 of the night coming up for Anderson with 2 down here in the 4th. He jumps ahead 0-2. Erlin 3 for 12 at the plate this season. Swing and a miss, and Erlin strikes out. 3rd K for Tyler Anderson. Play 3.5, 3-2 Padres. Padres baseball brought to you by Petco, the pet company. By Hyundai, get a great deal, more than a great deal, on all new Hyundai vehicles. See your Hyundai dealer today. And by SeaWorld, pitcher is tonight's word of the game. Head to foxsportssandiego.com to click ways to win for your chance to win a SeaWorld family 4-pack.
Purple Mountain Majesty, huh?
The Rocky Mountains.
Love it.
Sun setting.
How many good fishing lakes are up in there that you'd like to go?
Wow, lots. Robbie Erlin back out there for the bottom of the 4th inning.
Well, Robbie fishing for a victory tonight at Coors Field. He's tossing some bait up there at the home plate, and the Rocky hitters are offering at it. As Don mentioned earlier, needs a little bit more help from his defense behind him, but still finds himself in the lead here.
Deals with the number 5 hitter in Carlos Gonzalez, and Ian Desmond and David Dahl scheduled to bat here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Fly ball headed to right center field. Margot headed over and back as he backpedals onto the edge of the track to make the catch for the first out of the 4th inning. So 1 down. That'll bring up Ian Desmond. Second time Erlin has gotten Gonzalez to fly out. Desmond flied out his first time up, flied out to right. Now hits a one-hopper off of Villanueva. It kicks into short right, and reaching is Desmond. Looks like he got him on the bare hand. It's hit pretty sharply, but pretty playable.
Wow. I mean, that's right in the breadbasket. I mean, that's just like right there. I think that's got to be an error.
Error charge to the second baseman, Villanueva.
You know, once again, I'm not out there at second base. It was a one-hopper. I don't know what kind of hop it took, but you know, you get one of those on the thumb or the index finger, right, on the nail. That can be smarts.
So runner on with 1 down. Second error of the game committed by the Padres defensively. And here's David Dahl. Another chance here, picked nicely by Villanueva to second for 1, on to first for 2. They made up for it right there, and a nice pick, a half hop. 4-6-3 on the DP. 3-2 Padres.
It's like, wow, Will has done such an amazing job on his other pieces, and personally getting to see Tony's on a daily basis when I was at Petco, I couldn't have been more excited.
I was delighted. He's a great guy. I enjoyed my time with him. Hope he loves the sculpture.
This is one you won't want to miss. Catch a behind-the-scenes look at the making of Trevor Hoffman's statue and get to know Padres pitcher Jacob Nix on Inside San Diego Sports tonight after Padres Live, the post-game show.
Top of the 5th inning, 3-2. Padres on top of the Rockies. And Freddie Galvis leading it off here for San Diego. Tyler Anderson getting strike 1 over. Galvis doubled to right field in the first inning, came around to score. and had a sacrifice fly in the second inning. We're working on Christian Villanueva in between innings here. As this one is in the air to left center. Charlie Blackmon makes the catch for out number 1 of the 5th inning. Galvis retired this time. Had ice on him. They were touching the index finger, it appeared. Seemed to be the problem for Villanueva.
The digit.
Question is he going to be able to hit?
And, you know, that's one of those where you've gotten hit in the finger before, right? I mean,
yes.
It swells up a little bit, right?
Yes.
It's tough to bend. That's the throwing hand.
He's getting ready in case his spot comes up in the inning. Myers takes ball 2, 2-0. Will has lined out to second and grounded out to short. So far 0 for 2 tonight. Even 50 pitches right now for the Rockies starter Tyler Anderson.
Let's pitch it backwards there. 2-0 changeup. Off
Good
the plate.
pitch for him all night though.
Very good.
Myers sprays it foul. Evens up at 2-2. Charlie Blackmon over towards right center. Big gap out in left center in this huge outfield in Colorado. Down and in, 3-2.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, out here, that area, it's
Wow.
yeah, that's a lot of room to cover. Have you ever taken a walk out on the track here?
I have not. Line to left, and that's in for a base hit in front of David Dahl. So a 1-out single for Will Myers. You know what I have done though is stood up there on the rooftop up top there in right field, and you look down to the outfield and you're able to see like all of it from up there.
Yeah.
It looks massive, huge.
That would be a great perspective up there.
Yeah, up there.
So Donnie up there with social sparklers?
Yes, we were here on an off day.
Yeah. Sounds like a good time.
Jesse Agler and I came over. I don't know where you were.
I think it was off that trip.
So we came over to see the Rockies play a makeup game against the Pirates, and watched it from up there. It was really cool. Great vantage point.
They've done a nice job up there in that upper deck and right field.
A lot of people up there too, looking up there. It's a standing room area.
Yeah.
And it's a couple of tiers up there at the rooftop.
It's the place to be.
Yeah. One out, one on. Hosmer lines it through the left side into left field, a base hit. Up to second goes Myers. Back-to-back base hits for the Padres here in the 5th inning.
Well, we know he likes to go the other way. The home run was straight up the middle, up the tunnel. But this one's down and away. Takes that fastball right to the shortstop position. But that, I would say that's beating the shift. They were shifting over a little bit, opening up that big hole on that left side.
2 on, 1 away, and Hunter Renfroe coming up. Renfroe 0 for 2. He's grounded out to third, popped out to third. Both times Nolan Arenado up to the task. Oof. Wants that one back again.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Most RBIs in the month of August. Renfroe with 18. Rougned Odor leading in that category for the Texas Rangers.
Oh, for the long one right here. I would love a long one right here.
This clanks away from the catcher Iannetta. And the runners will advance. Myers to third, Hosmer to second.
Boy, that looked like a cross-up, but no visit from Iannetta as he gets a new baseball.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Frog and a tennis racket in that glove. Wow. Oh, he just tried to handle that the wrong way. Rather than fingers down, it was still fingers up. And that ball, oh, now they're talking. Okay.
Pass ball charged to Iannetta on the play. Second and third, one down.
Huge opportunity right here for Hunter.
So that happened more, it appears, with a runner at second base when the signs change. Sometimes the starter forget or something. I mean,
maybe he saw something differently. Maybe his mind is working differently. Maybe who knows what the question or what the answer is on that one.
Popped up left side. Here comes Arenado for out number 2 of the 5th inning.
Sometimes the catcher can go too quickly, but then again, if the catcher's going too quickly, you step off and hey, roll it over again, right?
Second and third, 2 down, and here is Christian Villanueva. He is going to bat after taking that ground ball off the finger at second base, getting worked on during the inning, in between innings. And he does bat for himself here. 1 for 2 tonight. Can't imagine that making contact with that finger is going to feel much better.
You better hit it on the sweet spot, right? I would say if you get jammed or off the end of the bat, it's going to rattle that hand.
Ball to strike, but after the 94-mile-an-hour sinking fastball. A good downward plane.
Yes, it did.
Not a complete shift, but they're playing him to pull LeMahieu to the right of second base. Let's take a look at StatCast AI powered by AWS. One inside for ball 2. Second and third, 2 down, a 2-1. Fouled off, 2-2. Anderson trying to get out of this jam here in the 5th inning. I've got a piece of Ionetta and the trainer coming out now to check on Ionetta. Got him on the forearm, it looked like, wrist area.
You know, I've always kind of shook my head at as we take a look here. Ionetta off the right, inside that bone on the forearm there, right? You know, the trainer goes out there, he starts poking on it, starts, you know, pressing on it. I mean, not even getting hit. As you press on it, it hurts.
It hurts. Yeah, you're hurting me. Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So I just got hit with a foul tip. Look, you see it already swelling out right there.
Yeah.
And let's have the guy come out there and like just press on.
Push it.
That's great. That's awesome.
Well,
look at that. It's like a little egg right now already. You can see the seams of the baseball.
My guess is he's trying to see if there's a fracture.
Oh, okay.
You know? See if the bone is still intact. I mean, that's my guess. I'm not a doctor.
Oh, you're not?
Well, 2-2. Swing and a miss, and Villanueva strikes out to end the inning. 4th strikeout for Tyler Anderson, 3-2 Padres. fifth inning. It's time now for the Coors Banquet Timeless Moment. Matt Stairs breaks the Major League record with his 21st career pinch hit home run in a 6-5 Padres loss to the Brewers, August 21st of 2010.
Was that long ago?
Wow.
It was timeless.
Fly ball foul off to the right out of play. Great pinch hitter with power.
Yes. One of my favorite stories about Matt is that when he was with the Phillies towards the end of his career, they had T-shirts made up. In case of emergency, use stairs. That's great, isn't it?
That's awesome. Chris Iannetta stays in the game and drives one to deep left field. Renfroe going back at the wall, and that ball is gone. Very gone. So Iannetta, who just got a ball fouled off his wrist area, comes up to bat for himself, homers, and ties the game 3-3. Ninth home run of the year for the Rockies catcher.
0-1 fastball. That pitch right there gives you an idea how precise a pitcher has to be in order to be successful and bury a fastball, a cut fastball in. That one caught too much of the plate, maybe 2 baseballs width on the inner half. Now, if that ball's in a little bit more where Robbie wanted it, it's probably a different story. But a great job by Iannetta getting to that mistake and sending it on its way.
Now the pitcher Tyler Anderson down 0-1 takes ball 1. He's 0 for 1, struck out swinging in the third inning. Fouls it off, 1-2. Fastball right down Broadway. Swing and a miss, and that's strikeout number 4 for Robbie Earl. And second time Tyler Anderson is down by way of the K. Now time for Lowe's whole team together. Well, the Rockies together hit a .275 off left-handed pitching. Owen Arenado leading that category for the Rockies at .404, but guy at the plate right now .294. That leads Major League Baseball. Rockies at .275 as a team. Bunt bid down the third baseline, foul. Blackman, you got to be careful of everything. I mean, he's a guy who just tripled, has good power,
well-rounded,
22 home runs, and not afraid to bunt.
And collectively for these Rockies, usually at this point of the year, Don, we look in the stat pack that we get every day, and it's usually Colorado, #1 in average, right? Well, they're 5th right now. Bud Black was quoted before the game as saying he doesn't think his offense has really hit its stride yet. 4th in runs, 5th in average, 7th in hits. I mean, you can almost bank on it every year. It's first in average and then last in ERA, it seems like, every year for these Rockies.
1-1 pitch. And a swing and a miss. That one buried in nicely.
And speaking of the team ERA for the Rockies, they're 13th in the National League.
Kind of always expect that earned run average,
Yeah.
where they play half of their games here, to be pretty high. Swing and a miss, and Blackman strikes out. Back-to-back Ks for Erlin, 5 in all, 2 down here in the 5th inning.
Good bounce back by Robbie after the solo shot off the bat of Iannetta. Strike out of Anderson. Sure, it's the pitcher, but still, you got to make good pitches. And then Blackman goes down swinging on the high fastball.
2 down here in the 5th inning brings up DJ LeMahieu. 2 for 2 on the night. A single to center field, infield hit to short, and an RBI. Three different stints on the DL this year for LeMahieu. Right hamstring strain, left thumb strain, and oblique strain. So 3 trips to the DL, 3 different injuries. Inside outswing and a foul down the right field line.
You know, it's going to be interesting what happens after next year. Nolan Arenado, a free agent after next year, right? How are they going to manipulate the money to try to keep a guy like Arenado? Blackman signed an extension, right? So he's locked up.
Swing and a miss, and Erlin ends up striking out the side, but Iannetta with a home run to begin the inning ties the score at 3. All right, thanks very much, Mike and Mark, as we play along here to the 6th inning. Austin Hedges leads it off and takes strike 1. I've seen you not smiling before.
There's been many times.
Yeah, you're not smiling.
That's very
right now.
nice of him to say. I appreciate that.
You're not smiling right now.
I'm not.
No.
Well, I just did.
Angry, in fact.
No, I'm very happy, actually.
Okay.
Watching a big league ball game. Sit next to you.
Hedges 0 for 2. He's flied out to left.
Eric Hosmer's hit a home run.
Yeah. Down 1-2. And you got Hosmer to pick the stick, did you, or no?
No, I've got Hunter Renfroe. And who do you have?
I have Christian Villanueva.
Oh.
He's got a base hit.
Base hit, so you got 1 point. I'm pointless tonight.
Aha. Welcome
Denver.
to Denver,
Yeah.
inside the booth here at Coors Field.
Good booth here in Coors Field.
Very nice.
Happy about that.
Good location. Not too high. That's always a big key for us. We like that. It's low. Good vantage point.
Yep.
It's all about us. It's 3-3 from Denver. 2-2 to Hedges. Fly ball to left field. Struck pretty well. David Dahl going back onto the track at the wall. He leaps and it's gone. Home run for Austin Hedges to put the Padres back on top 4-3. His 10th home run of the year. And San Diego with the lead again. Second home run of the night for the Padres. Time now for the Bill Howe play of the game.
Serious launch angle. 89. Looked like a cut fastball down and in. Foot is down. Throw the head and let the bat do the work. That is a no-doubter. Even though it's only a couple rows up, that's a no-doubter. I knew that one was gone off the bat, and that made me smile. You had no doubt on that one, right?
I wasn't sure.
Oh, come on.
I really wasn't. The way Dahl was getting himself set up was almost like he was going to try to time his leap, make the catch.
I thought it was going. You thought it was too high?
No, I didn't think it was too high. You just never know. You got to, as a play-by-play guy, you kind of wait a little bit, because if you say it's gone and it's not, then it's not a good thing. You're better off hanging out a second to make sure. Been there, done that, you know.
Sure.
It's really hard to bring the ball back in the yard again after you said it was gone. You know, so especially when it's on TV, people can see you're wrong.
And you know what? There's that 3/4 of the way up the wall. It's like chain link, right?
Yeah, that's really tough.
And that can get you once in a while.
Really tough. Got me on the Adrian Gonzalez Grand Slam here in 07. It just cleared the wall. But you can't tell because of the fencing, whether it's in front or behind it. And it was behind it. Swing and a miss, and Reyes strikes out. The high strikeouts for Tyler Anderson. First time Reyes is down by way of the K. One out in the 6th inning, and it'll bring up Manuel Margot. Matt Holliday has still not touched the plate, just in case you're wondering.
Got that right.
Yeah.
You know who doesn't get enough love on that play?
Who's that?
Michael Barrett.
Yeah.
Brian Giles throws it in, right? It was kind of a short hop.
Yeah.
And Michael did a great job. Back then, you could protect home plate. Protecting the plate, keeping that ball. The ball came loose. And I'm really surprised because he didn't go after the ball because in tag Holiday is because Tim McClellan signaled safe.
It took a while for him to signal safe.
Yeah, and he didn't touch home plate.
Yeah.
But I think Michael did an outstanding job during that play.
2-2 to Manuel Margot with one down. The Rockies had tied the game on a home run by Chris Iannetta in the 5th. Padres answer. Home run of their own. Solo shot to begin the 6th inning for Austin Hedges. Full count now to Margot. Were you here that night? Or were you at home?
No, I was watching it on TV, listening to you.
You're thinking then, this guy stinks.
Who is this guy?
Yeah, who is this clown?
We hadn't met yet, have we? What year was that?
We'd met.
Yeah, 03 in Boston, right?
Swing and a miss, and striking out is Margot. Back-to-back Ks for Anderson, 6 in all, 2 down.
Good bounce back after that home run off the bat of Hedges. Looks like he gets Margot on the changeup. Yep, way out in front. Perfectly located.
Now 2 down in the inning, and here is Robbie Erlin, 3rd time he has batted. Was some action out there in the Padres pen for the first time. And Erlin batting for himself here, and why not? Pretty good shape pitch-wise. 60 pitches for the first 5 innings. 82 pitches so far for Anderson. That action again. It's going to be Robert Stock back up again. Late swing and look out. That gets into the dugout of the Rockies. They're housed on the first base side here at Coors Field. Right in the doorway there, got in. Looks like everybody's all right down there. 2-2 pitch. Anderson changed his delivery there a little bit, just hung there for a split second.
Yeah, he's got that funky delivery where he'll have the old kick start on that leg. Like he's kick starting a motorcycle.
Brad Hand-like.
Yeah, you're right.
A little bit.
Yeah. But the key is, though, he stays over the rubber when he does it. He doesn't drift. And then after that second kick, and that's when he drives there, kick, and go.
A little bit low. Good plate appearance here right now for Robbie Erlin. Full count.
It's almost like a hitter getting that, doing whatever they want before they get that foot down and those hands back. Same thing for a pitcher.
Foul back and out of play. We'll do it again.
Watch how he stays. Yeah, he stays over the rubber. Watch, okay. Kick, kick, kick. And then he starts to drift a little bit. But when that front foot hits, where is his hand and back? Is he starting to come forward? Is that hand on top of the baseball and then that swivel to go towards home plate? Seems like he's in a good position then.
Well, rising fastball there strikes out Erlen. Padres pull ahead 4-3. Bobby Erlen, who departs as Erlen throws 60 pitches in 5 innings against the Rockies and batted for himself, struck out to end last inning offensively. And to the bullpen go the Padres here for the 6th inning. Robert Stock.
Oh, the bullpen is pitching very, very well lately. And first of all, what a great job by Robbie. Obviously keeping them in the game through some good quality pitches. Now Robert Stock, his 16th game, as Travis Jankowski will be in right field. It's a straight up move for Andy Green's Padres.
So Erlen, 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, didn't walk anybody, and struck out 6. And 60 pitches for him in the outing. To the pen here to begin things in the 6th inning. He's got to feel pretty good about himself.
Yeah, and you know, with Robbie Erlen, he batted that last half, right, in the 6th?
Yes.
And in a game like this, at this venue, you know, bench players are very valuable. And rather than to burn a guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
No double switch. He made the last out. Therefore, Jankowski straight up move where Reyes is hitting and put Stock in the number 9 spot.
Swing and a miss, and that comes off there for Arenado. Almost lost the helmet, but able to make the catch of the helmet as stumbled to the other batter's box. 2-2.
The slider has been good lately for Robert Stock.
To right field, and just into the game, Travis Jankowski for the first out in the bottom of the 6th inning.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the San Diego Padres. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
Now 1 down here in the 6th inning brings up Trevor Story. 0 for 2. He is grounded into a double play, flied out to right. So Robert Stock first out of the pen tonight for the Padres, holding on to a 1-run advantage with 1 down here in the 6th inning. Fouled off to the right out of play, and it's 0-2. 97 from Stock. See 99 from him on occasion. Padres defensively playing for Story to go the other way. And Walmart going to right center. Big gap out in left center. Jose Castillo up in the pen, appears to be ready should they want to go to him. Los Padres had yesterday off. Liner to left, and Renfroe coming in to make the catch on the sinking liner, backhanded. 2 down in the 6th inning. Well, 2 down. Let's take a look at Padres on deck. Buddy Reed named to the Cal League postseason All-Star team. 79 games this year. Single A Lake Elsinore. 324 average, 12 homers, 47 RBIs. And Hudson Potts saw a lot of during spring training. Named to the Cal League postseason All-Star team as well. 281, 17 homers, 58 RBIs. Both have moved on to San Antonio AA.
Moving up the chain.
Bounces in, but he went around. Carlos Gonzalez charged with a strike by home plate umpire Gabe Morales. Didn't even check.
Oh, I thought you went.
Rolls it foul into the Rockies dugout, first base way, and it's 0-2. Keeping an eye on the scoreboard, as I'm sure the Rockies are as well. The Diamondbacks are hosting Los Angeles Angels tonight, and the Diamondbacks out to a 2-0 advantage tonight. Buddy Black's team half a game back of the Diamondbacks to start the day. Meanwhile, the Dodgers are behind them 2.5 games back, and they got Kenley Jansen back last night. That's the good news. Bad news is he gave up 2 home runs in a save situation to the Cardinals. Popped up left side. This will send Myers staggering towards the line, but he makes the catch. It ends the inning. A 1-2-3 inning for 3 Padres. First inning by Eric Hosmer, and the Padres jumped out to the 2-0 advantage. It was 3-2, and this would be a tie game thanks to the home run by Chris Iannetta, his 9th of the year. Rockies catcher tied it up, but breaking the tie the very next inning. In the top of the 6th, Austin Hedges, his 10th of the year. So both catchers with solo home runs in this game, and the Padres enjoy a 4-3 lead. Robbie Erlin got the start. 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs. Didn't walk anybody. Struck out 6. There's 60 pitches. Tyler Anderson has gone the first 6, giving up 4. Mayhew 2 for 3. And a pitch that will miss for ball 1 to Freddie Galvis. Leadoff hitter leading off an inning for the 3rd time in the game. Fouled off to the right out of play. As this inning begins for Anderson. There is action in his pen. It is Oberg and McGee. McGee the lefty. Oberg the right-hander. Swing and a miss. Bat goes flying over the Padres dugout and off the screening. Myers will collect it for Freddie.
Usually this happens on an off-speed pitch, and that's what it was. Kind of reaching out for it. Way out in front. Slips. Grips could be worn a little bit. A little more stick will take care of that.
Strike 3 call. Galvis knew it. Takes with him the 8th strikeout for Tyler Anderson. That's 4 in a row now for Anderson. And 1 down. Will Myers coming up. Time for the Kia drive to success. Here at Coors Field, Myers loves it here in 28 games, 37 hits, 346 batting average, 8 homers, 23 runs batted in.
That's one Will wants back. That one was middle in, something he could spin on to do some damage.
Little pop up in a shallow right that's going to drop in for a hit. Just a bloop. Second hit of the night for Myers, a 1-out single this time. With 1 out and 1 on, Eric Hosmer coming up. It's time now for our cricket smile.
Tell you what, after this home run, those crickets in the stands for these Rocky fans. Smiles for the Padre fans. Crickets for the Rocky fans.
1 out, 1 on, and Hosmer, a 2-hit night tonight. The home run you just saw is also single to left field. Go to first, and that was a pretty good move right there. It seemed to freeze Myers.
Was that a balk move?
Well, depends who you ask. Swing and a miss for Hosmer. Robbie Erlin tonight threw 60 pitches, 49 fastballs of the 60 pitches he threw.
And he threw most of them well. Well located, yeah. You know, I thought it was kind of quick to get him out, but you know, this day and age we talk about 3rd time around. Robbie made short work of Blackman and LeMahieu with the strikeout, so Andy Green's thinking, okay, different look. Right side, Robert Stock throws about 100 against Arenado, Story, and Gonzalez, and what do you know? 3 up, 3 down for the right-hander.
Yeah, 79 pitches in his first start back in the rotation, 85 in his second, 89 last time out, and tonight only 60 pitches.
Yeah, Andy's got his reasoning behind that.
Now 1 on, and Eric Hosmer waiting on a 1-2 pitch.
Ooh, got squeezed. Make it hurt, Eric Hosmer. This is 95 at the knees. And Ionetta once again brought that out of the zone. Did you see that?
Yeah. And he brought it back up again, too. 2-2 to Hosmer. We'll have to wait to throw to first. And back is Myers.
Okay, Donnie, what do you got? Oh,
I got balk.
I got balk big time.
I got balk.
He's past the 45.
Yeah. He's headed home.
He
with
may
everything but his
even
arm.
broke that plane with his free foot as well, too, in front of the rubber.
Runner goes. And it's chopped left side to third. Arenado backed up on it. Now his throw is going to be in and out of the glove of Desmond. Taking third is going to be Myers. I don't know what happened there to Arenado. He backed up on it first and then threw like flat-footed or almost off his back foot. Not a good throw.
Don, I think he was checking Myers because Myers was kind of shimmying off the bag there, kind of in between. And he kind of looked at him, maybe trying to freeze him as the runner's going. Watch it right here. Now watch Myers, right? And then you're right, flat-footed, off balance. And then on that error, Will Myers moves up to third base.
So the E5 on Arenado, and that's the night for Tyler Anderson. Leaves with one out in the seventh, and the Padres on top 4-3. Opening in 2019 is Sequan's brand new 300-room resort and hotel. By Jack in the Box, try something different like Jack's Teriyaki Bowls, only at Jack in the Box for a limited time. And by SeaWorld. Pitcher is tonight's word of the game. Head to foxsportssandiego.com and click ways to win for your chance to win a SeaWorld family 4-pack. Back at Coors Field in Denver, Colorado, where the Padres have a 4-3 lead. Runners at first and third with one out in the inning, and the new pitcher is Scott Oberg.
Four-seamer, slider, two-seamer, a changeup, about 96 from Oberg, his 37th game. Great record, obviously, at 7-0, and very, very respectable ERA, just over 3. Lefties, though, 340 clip. Righties, totally different story. I think it's because of that fastball, that slider away that he possesses.
Renfroe 0 for 3 in the game tonight. He's grounded out to third, popped out to third twice. All handled by Nolan Arenado down there at third base, who was just handed out an error on the throw to first base. Myers to take third base. Very unusual error for Arenado. Gold Glove third baseman. Padres trying to add on to a 4-3 advantage as they bat here in the 7th inning. Right in front of the plate, pitcher Oberg will throw over the shoulder of Renfroe for the second out of the inning. Hosmer takes second, so second and third with 2 down.
You know, there's one number on Oberg's report card that is glaring. 62% of inherited runners have scored. It's the highest in the National League. And there's 2 out there right now that he has inherited. Hopefully the Padres can bring them around home to score.
So 2 down, second and third, and Christian Villanueva the batter. He is single to left, flied out to left, and last time up struck out swinging. Fouls it back to the screen for strike 1. 0-2. Tyler Anderson responsible for the runners at second and third. The departed starter at 6 1/3, 10 hits. So far charged with 4 runs, didn't walk anybody, and struck out 8.
See, it's situations like this. I know there are no guarantees, but those 2 runs out there, man, they're huge. Try to avoid the strikeout, because if you get jammed, you can loop one in between the outfielders and the infielders, and this saves a run. That's a great job by Iannetta. Chalk up another catcher's run saved for the Rockies backstop.
Second and third, 2 down, a 1-2 pitch. And it's 2-2. Galvis struck out to begin the inning. Myers single. There Cosmer reaching on the error and the throw from Arenado at third base. Allowed Myers to take third. Renfroe would ground out second and third with 2 down. And a visit from Iannetta to Oberg.
And there's that runner at second base. You don't want to get crossed up. We saw that earlier in the game when Anderson was on the hill.
Plate umpire Gabe Morales out to break up this conversation. Arenado's made 3 errors in his last 25 games. Prior to that, 6 errors in 310 chances. An error tonight down there at third base. 2-2 pitch. Villanueva grounds it foul. Will do it again. Myers at third, Hosmer at second. Padres on top by a run. Foul to the screen again. 98 from Oberg.
That's a sneaky 98.
Another foul ball for Villanueva, hanging tough here. Oberg doing some housekeeping at the base of the hill, his landing spot. Now back up on top, finding out what he'll throw. 2-2. Grounded right side towards LeMahieu at second base. That'll end the inning, and Oberg out of a major jam in the 7th. Padres holding on to a 4-3 lead. Revisit our keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Oust Anderson early. He struggled last to 6 to 7, right? Numbers haven't been that good. 6 in the third, 10 hits, 4 earned runs. He struck out 8. Padres lead up until this point, and roll on Robbie. 5 innings. He did a great job. 3 runs, did not walk a batter, and he struck out 6. And he hands the ball over to Robert Stock for his 2nd inning of work.
Stock had a 1-2-3 6th inning, and Ian Desmond leads it off here in the 7th. Desmond has fly to right, reached on an error. Two pitch, gonna miss in the dirt. 2-2. Jose Castillo back up in the pen for the Padres. Been up the last 2 innings. Chop left side, moving over is Myers, plants and throws. Nice throw. Able to get Desmond. 5-3 on the put out for out number 1 of the 7th inning. Here comes Andy Green after Robert Stock retires all 4 that he faces. It's the first out of the 7th inning. Pitching change from Coors Field, 4-3 Padres. Tires all 4 Rockies that he faces, inning in a 3rd, and departs here. New pitcher in with 1 out of the 7th inning is Jose Castillo.
So the Padres say going lefty, righty, back to the lefty with Castillo, and you got to turn up the dial against him. Robbie Erlin was, touching 90, 91. 23rd game already for Jose. Really good splits. Picket fence against lefties, 111. Righties, 204.
David Dahl batting with 1 down. And fouling it back to the screen for strike 1. Dahl grounded out to second in the 2nd. Bounced into a 4-6-3 double play in the 4th inning.
Well, how about Robert Stock? That stock is rising. Perfect tonight. Big hitters too.
Yeah, he went through Arenado, Story, and Gonzalez.
Yeah.
And And got Desmond to begin things here in the 7th inning.
Good night for the kid in the big leagues.
Holding on to a 1-run lead right now with 1 out in the home half of the 7th inning.
See, that's the thing, Don. The 1-run lead here, Coors, against that lineup. That boosts confidence big time, big time.
Swing and a miss, and striking out is David Dahl. Climbed the ladder on him. 96-mile-an-hour fastball. 2 down.
Well, we showed you the splits. Lefties at 111 against Castillo. That average just went down a little bit. Fastball up and away.
Now 2 down in the 7th. There is Chris Iannetta. Tied the game with his solo home run, 9th of the year. In the 5th inning. That was off Robbie Erlin. Padres would answer the very next inning with Hedges. His own solo home run. Ryan McMahon has come out on deck. He would bat in the pitcher's spot. There are 2 outs though here in the 7th inning. Iannetta lifts a fly ball to right field. Travis Jankowski in and under. And makes the catch. It ends the 7th inning. To the 8th we go. Padres have a 4-3 lead. All right, thanks very much, Mike and Mark. 4-3. Padres have the lead here as we head into the top of the 8th inning. Sungwon Oh is into the game for the Colorado Rockies. Their third arm used tonight.
Scoreless in 9 of his 10 appearances with the Rocks. That's over 9 2/3 innings. He was acquired July 26th. Overall, 59th game for the right-hander.
Austin Hedges leading it off for the Padres. Travis Jankowski and Manuel Margot scheduled to bat in the inning. Hedges has flied to left, struck out swinging, and last time up with the Padres on top of the home run. Solo shot to left in the 6th inning. Late on the fastball, 1-2.
Started him off with a breaking ball. Came back with the heater. 2 strikes. This is slider here.
Hedges chases and strikes out. Got away from Iannetta briefly, so he's got to throw him out, and does. There's 9 strikeouts in the game for Rockies pitching. 1 down here in the 8th.
That's exactly where we want it. Iannetta's doing a great job tonight, smothering those pitches that are in the dirt.
Looked like it hit before the plate.
Yeah.
1 down here in the 8th inning. Brings up, for the first time tonight, Travis Jankowski took over defensively. Right field for Reyes. Takes a breaking ball for strike 1.
Well, an assortment of pitches in that toolbox for O.
0-2.
4-seamer, cutter, slider, change, curve.
He strikes out Hedges to begin the inning ahead of Jankowski. 1-2. 2-2. Strikes out Jankowski. Fastball running in. Back-to-back Ks for O. 2 down in the 8th inning.
Boy, misses big time with location, but Travis choking up, even 93, trying to get to it. He wanted that one down and away. Still works to O's advantage, even though he missed location big time.
2 down for Manuel Margot. Coming out on deck for the Padres in the pitcher spot is Corey Spangenberg. Margot tonight has single to center, flied out to center, and struck out swinging. 10 strikeouts for Padres hitters in the game, into double figures in that category. Foul off to the right, out of play, and it's 0-2. More action in the Padres pen. Craig Stammen warming. Pretty good contributions in this game from Robert Stock and Jose Castillo after Robbie Erlin started and went the first 5 innings. Left side, and by the dive of the shortstop Story to left field. Manuel Margot with a wide turn, but he'll hold on. A 2-out base hit. Story slow to get up over there in the left side of the infield.
Well, this is a quick infield. And I'll tell you what, Manuel Margot gets on top of that one. That's one of those pitches to where usually pitchers or hitters will swing underneath, foul back. He did a good job of getting on top of that one, finding the hole on the left side.
Top spin ground ball.
Yeah.
Took off there through the left side.
Believe it.
Margot at first, 2 down in the 8th, and pitch hitter is Corey Spangenberg. Sprawling to make that stop, Iannetta. He's had a very good night tonight defensively. 248, 7 homers, 23 runs batted in for Spangenberg. The first stand, back is Margot. Held on by Ian Desmond at first base. pitch, but not where it was expected to go. So I'm going to reach across the strike zone there was Iannetta. Didn't get the call. 2-1. Three and one. Confirming with home plate umpire Gabe Morales.
Well, a lot of fans came to the ballpark tonight impersonating umpires. They want that one called a strike. Clearly a ball off the plate.
That is ball four, and Spansburg did not go as they check with Ed Hickox, third base umpire. It's the first walk tonight. Margot will take second, and the Padres have something going with 2 down in the 8th inning. Two on, 2 down. Freddie Galvis coming up. Double in the first. Came around to score. Sac fly in the second. They're flying out to center and striking out looking. Strike one. That's the fastball. Pitch 20 of the inning in relief coming up for Sungwon Oh. And a grounder softly hit to LeMahieu. His throw to first is good, and the inning is over. Padres strand a pair. We head to the bottom of the 8th, 4-3 San Diego.
And the key here is follow suit of Stock, Castillo, enter Craig Stammen, his 57th game. The bullpen tonight has done a wonderful job. There you see the splits for Craig. Against these Rockies, 1.31 career ERA for the veteran right-hander. And offensively speaking, I know things can change quickly, but this is the inning for the Rockies in the 8th where they're least productive, believe it or not. They've only scored 31 runs in the 8th inning collectively this year.
Well, the bullpen is not allowed to hit since coming in. Stock and Castillo. Now Stammen. Gerardo Parra pinch hitting, leading it off and taking strike one. Parra 286, 5 homers, 47 runs batted in. And on the grass at third is Myers. Kind of surrounded the plate, but not a strike. Line to left, and a base hit starts the bottom of the 8th inning for the Rockies. So Parra just kind of serves it into left field.
Off the plate as well. If taken a ball, too close to take, and that's good hitting. Flips that lineup over to Charlie Blackmon.
I got the big guys coming up. Blackmon, LeMahieu, Arenado. Rockies trailing by a run. Nobody out here in the 8th. Blackmon 2 for 6 with a double in his career against Craig Stammen. Blackmon sends it up the middle into center field, a base hit. Up to second goes Parra. Back-to-back hits off Stammen. Starts the 8th inning for the Rockies.
Blackmon swinging early. Is it missed location? It's down and away in 92, but Charlie Blackmon, good plate coverage. Straight fastball. Almost hit second base umpire Nick Lentz.
DJ LeMahieu coming up with 2 on, nobody out. Andy Green getting the defense together here in the infield, moving people around. LeMahieu with a 2-hit night, both singles and a run scored. And he is squaring, drops it down.
Third.
Stammen will go to first, and the sacrifice complete. 1-3 on the sacrifice. Parra takes third. Blackmon takes second. That sets the table now for Nolan Arenado.
I thought Craig may have had a chance. Force play at third base. I know in this situation you want to at least get an out, right? So watch here. As Craig fields that one, if he spins and throws, force play at third base. But you know what, like I always say, when in doubt, get the out. And that's exactly what they do. And then Arenado, you don't pitch to him, right?
Intentionally walked here, the no pitch kind. Takes first base, bases loaded on the intentional walk. Take the bat right out of his hands. Trevor Story coming up. Bases loaded, 1 out, and Story 9 for 26 in his career with the bases loaded. Has 2 grand slams to his credit. One-run game with 1 out in the 8th inning. They stand in Denver. Strike 1 from Stammen. 93 and at the knees.
Well, Story has grounded into, count him, 9 now. Remember, he grounded into a double play in the first inning. Robbie Erlin to Villanueva, over to Hosmer. The leader in that category is Iannetta with 12 and Arenado with 12.
Swing and a miss, 0-2. Another fastball. Blackmon at second base. Parra at third. 1 out here in the 8th inning. No 2 pitch coming up here to Trevor Story. Time call. Bases filled with Rockies. The 0-2 pitch. That's downstairs. 1-2. Stammen pitching his way here into a jam with 1 out in the 8th inning. Back-to-back base hits by the pinch hitter Parra and Blackmon to begin things here in the 8th inning. Sacrifice bunt, the intentional walk of Arenado. Bases filled with Rockies with one out. 1-2 pitch coming up to Trevor Story. Story strikes out. Huge strikeout for Stammen. 2 down in the 8th inning.
That is a big-time pitch by Craig Stammen. He went there earlier, and then he finished him off down and in, well off the plate. He likes to go after that one, and that 2-seam movement as well. Swings right over the top of it for the huge out.
Carlos Gonzalez coming up here for the Rockies with the bases loaded. Now 2 down. 0-for-3 in the game tonight. He's flat out to left, flat out to center. Last time up, popped out to third base. On the ground right side, Villanueva slides, gets up and throws to first, and Stammen gets out of the bases loaded jam. So the Rockies do not score. They had the bases loaded with 1 out. It's still 4-3 Padres. Villanueva making the out, the assist from second base last inning.
Boy, this is a huge inning all the way around. Great pitching by Craig Stammen, and as you like to say, Don, a little help from his friends there at second base. Christian Villanueva, sore hand my eye. He makes a nice play to pick up Craig Stammen, and the Rockies leave him loaded.
Adam Ottavino coming in here for the Rockies. Nice job by Craig Stammen to get out of that jam. Going through the toughest part of the Rockies order, and he gets out of that inning unscathed, and the Padres have the 1-run lead. So Adam Ottavino, the new pitcher for Colorado now in the 9th inning. Myers drops a bunt down foul on the breaking ball.
And Ottavino's got really good numbers. He's been pitching very, very well. Among national relievers, 4th with a 1.64 ERA, 2nd with 86 punch-outs. His 58th game. Both splits below 200 for Adam Ottavino, the Northeastern Husky.
Pitch outside. So he's got to be really smart on top of being a good pitcher.
Mensa. Will choking up a little bit. You see that?
A little bit. Close pitch called the ball. 2-1. Ottavino has been the 8th inning guy primarily for Bud Black, but pitching here in the 9th. trailing by a run, trying to keep the deficit at 1.
Yeah, and he's their guy. You know why? Because Adam Ottavino has been scored upon 3 times in 25 appearances at Coors Field. It's a 1.07 ERA. It's exactly what Bud Black wants to do here. Hold the Padre lead to 1 run.
Full count now.
Ottavino throws across his body. He's got that sweeping slider. That's tough to hit.
Myers strikes out, badly fooled on the breaking ball. 1 down in the 9th inning.
Looks like the sweeping slider again. Wow. Out of the hand, you can see the track where that ball goes off the plate on the inside and then ends up off the plate a little bit.
1 out brings up Eric Hosmer. 2 hits in the game, 2-run shot back in the 1st inning. Single to left in the 5th inning. A 2-for-4 night for the Padres first baseman. Kirby Yates appears to be getting ready in the Padres pen. It'll be Ian Desmond, David Dahl, and Chris Iannetta scheduled to face the Padres closer.
And the Rockies on their bench, they still have Tony Walters, backup catcher. Ryan McMahon, we saw him on deck earlier, but he was not used. Didn't get to him. And then Garrett Hampson from the right side. So 2 lefties and 1 righty for Bud Black. Gerardo Parra has pinch hit. Scratch him off.
Scratch him off the list. 1 down here in the 9th. Movie reference.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
Yeah.
Major League. As Bud Black turns around the score. What side do you need there? Okay.
3-1 the count here to Hosmer. Renfroe waits on deck. Hosmer fouls it off at the plate. Full count.
Half these guys are past their prime. That guy's dead. Well, then scratch him off.
Four runs, 11 hits, 2 errors for San Diego. 3 runs, 7 hits, an error for the Rockies. Payoff pitch to Eric Hosmer. Swing and a miss. Very defensive swing there, just trying to get a piece and stay alive. Strikes out instead. Back-to-back strikeouts for Ottavino. 2 down in the 9th inning.
The backdoor slider from Ottavino. It's his go-to pitch, righties and lefties alike. And the beauty of that pitch is that he can go to both sides of the plate. Very heavy on that slider. He throws it more than his fastball. He throws it 45% of the time. Fastball, he only throws it 37% of the time.
Well, ahead of Renfroe here. 0 for 4 night tonight for Renfroe. Stack it up defensively and a shift on the left side. Fastball that time, but just missing away. Two and two. it back to the screen. We'll do it again. The fastball has been around 94. So it's coming into this game for Ottavino. First 2 outs here in the 9th inning. Getting Myers to strike out swinging. Then to get Hosmer to strike out swinging.
Got to be a slider, right? Oh, he shook it off. Fastball away. Oh, what? Hey, my bad. Let's regroup here. I would think you got to go slider, right?
Shook him off first time.
Slider, fastball away. Wow, same sequence as before. Got to think right center field here, Hunter.
Strike 3 call. 95 right down the middle. He strikes out the side in order. 1-run lead for the Padres to the bottom of the 9th. Time now for the Carl's Jr. star of the game, and it's Austin Hedges. The difference in the game is Hedges homered, with the Padres on top 4-3 in the 6th inning. His 10th home run of the year, and gave the Padres another lead. And that is what they're holding on to right now, heading into the bottom of the 9th inning at Coors Field in Denver, Colorado. And they have handed the baseball to their closer, Kirby Yates, coming in. Yates becomes pitcher number 5 of the night for the Padres.
And the bullpen has done a great job. And Kirby Yates, 4 for 4 in save opportunities. The 1.86 ERA is stellar. The strikeouts are there, 66 and 48 in the 3rd. And the one good thing, I mean, every hitter that comes up there is a threat. But, you know, it's not the top of the order. It's the bottom 4 due up for the Rockies.
Leading it off, Ian Desmond. Yates has suffered the losing decision in his last 2 outings. This one fouled back to the screen for strike 1. First time that he's done so in consecutive appearances since June of 2017. Really good on the road this year, 3-0, 2.28 ERA and 24 road games this year. 0-1 to Desmond. $27,862 on 10 tonight for game 1 of the series. 27-862 here at Coors Field in Denver. 1-2, big cut there for Desmond. That splitter has been very good.
Oh, he can throw it for a strike, and he can throw it out of the zone. Like here, 1-2. He's got that feel for it early in the zone for a strike. Wipe out late.
Struck him out for out number 1 of the 9th inning. Good start to the ninth for Kirby Yates. One down.
He made that look so easy. Believe me, it's not, but he made it look that way. 1 and 2 splitter, and look where it's at. Nearly picked out of the dirt.
Now 1 down in the ninth inning for David Dahl. Dahl 0 for 3 in the game, has grounded out to second, grounded into a double play and struck out swinging. Up and away again, 2-0, missing a couple of fastballs. Down and in, and a swing and a miss, 2-1.
Great break down and in. Out of the hand, looks so inviting, but the late break. Can't hold up that swing.
Dahl fouls it off, and it's 2-2. A 7-mile-an-hour splitter again from Kirby Yates. One down, ninth inning. Padres have a 4-3 lead. 2-2 to Dahl. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Back-to-back Ks for Kirby Yates in the ninth inning. 2 down.
Kirby going up the ladder with the fastball. He does that so well. And the riding fastball at 95. Up and away. And look at how late he is on that. Wow. No chance for Dahl.
2 down in the ninth inning, and here is Chris Iannetta. Struck out, homered, and fly to right. Strike one. His home run back in the fifth inning tied the score 3-3. After the Padres had a 3-0 advantage, 1 point in the game. His home run number 9 of the year for the Rockies catcher. He was 1 for 1 in his career against Kirby Yates. A little bit high, 1-1. Iannetta lifts it in the air to deep left field. Renfroe going back at the edge of the track. He'll make the catch, and the Padres win. Chris Iannetta gives it a ride to left field. Made a bid for his second home run of the night, but Renfroe's back there on the dirt of the warning track to make the catch that ends the ball game. Yeah, it looked like that one may tie the ball game, but he comes up a little bit short.
Iannetta was just a little bit too quick to that baseball off the end of the bat, avoiding the sweet spot. Can O'Corn for the Friars, and another save for Kirby Yates.
Padres hold on and win game 1 of the series 4-3. It's time for Padres Live. Mike Pomeranz, what's in store?